We got some pretty big and exciting news about the next generation, and especially Cyberpunk 2077. Because while we had to pay for upgrades of next-gen versions of games before, if you only had a current-gen version, this time it seems to be a thing of the past. At least for some games right now. So let's go over that, and we got some other interesting next-gen details in this video. A like on the video would be super appreciated, and let's go. Maybe you remember this, but when the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One came out, there was this special upgrade program for if you bought, let's say, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag for the PlayStation 3 to get a PS4 version. If you like me could not wait for this game to come out, then you bought it for the PS3 on October 29th, 2013, and then upgraded to the PS4 version when the PS4 came out on November 15th. So to do this, you had to enter a code that came in the PS3 box, and we have IGN footage of how this worked. And then after you entered the code, you could go to the PS4, to the PlayStation Store, and there would be this special PS3 to PS4 menu. And then you would select Black Flag, and then it would say, hey, you already got the PS3 version, so pay us $10, and then you get the PS4 version. And it was actually also the case for Call of Duty Ghost and Battlefield 4 and some other titles, but it seems to change with this upcoming generation. Like, we already know that both the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 are backwards compatible, so the games that you buy on the PS4 or Xbox One should immediately work on those consoles. And now Xbox confirms something that we already secretly hoped, and that is that existing Xbox games, including backwards compatible 360 and original Xbox games, look and play better than ever before when they are being played on the Series X. The article that Microsoft just put up goes into more details, saying that these games will benefit from steadier frame rates, faster load times, and improved resolution and visual fidelity. And all with no developer work required. So amazing news, and this will very likely also be the case for PS4 games on the PlayStation 5, you would imagine. But yeah, when developers do spend resources, they could get even more out of those next-gen systems. Like, then we should notice an even bigger difference than when you just put an Xbox One disc in the Series X. And we of course saw that with the previous generation as well. A game on the PS4 looked and played way better than that same game on the PS3. And CD Projekt Red now made a very good statement, saying that gamers should never be forced to purchase the same game twice or pay for upgrades, and that owners of Cyberpunk 2077 for Xbox One will receive the Xbox Series X upgrades for free when available. That's really big news, and of course a nice statement towards the publishers that did ask for a $10 upgrade the last time around. CD Projekt Red never really talked about a Series X version of Cyberpunk. While it was always assumed that it would come, it's still unclear though if this next-gen version will be available at the launch of the Series X and PlayStation 5 or if it will come later. And Microsoft now also confirms a very cool feature, and I really think that Sony has to do this now as well, otherwise it will look really bad. Either way, this feature is called a smart delivery. And that means that if you buy one of their exclusive Xbox Game Studio titles, including Halo Infinite, that you only have to purchase a title once in order to play the best available version for whichever Xbox console you choose to play it on. So if you buy a first-party Xbox game on the Xbox One and then get the Series X later, then the Series X enhanced version will be there immediately from the get-go without extra payment. And the next part of the article is very interesting. This technology is available for all developers and publishers, and they can choose to use it for titles that will be released on Xbox One first and come to Series X later. So Microsoft is basically like, hey, the technology is there, every publisher or developer can use it, so it makes them just look bad if they have people pay for next-gen upgrades. And I would argue that it would be very stupid for publishers like Ubisoft to do the $10 upgrade again for Watch Dogs Legion or the new Assassin's Creed that will likely launch at the end of this year. Times have really changed since early 2013. There's now so much entertainment that content makers are now fighting for your attention, and I think they would rather give you this free next-gen upgrade so you continue to play their game and maybe spend extra on extra content than that you stop playing their game altogether because you do not want to pay the $10 extra. Like, I would be really surprised if the publishers are doing this $10 upgrade thing again. I already asked Ubisoft on Twitter, but no response yet. I will update the pinned comment if they do respond, or if there is more info on this. And in the pinned comment, you will also find a link to my February giveaway for a 2020 game of your choice on your platform of choice, and you can win Cyberpunk if you want. Winners will be selected on March 1st, so good luck. And I'm really curious how Sony will respond to this. Let's not forget that they made a ton of money by selling The Last of Us Remastered for the full price, with people even buying the game for a second time because they already got it on the PS3 the year before. We already know that multiplayer will be coming to Last of Us Part 2 at some point. Maybe it was the idea to release a PlayStation 5 version later and add the multiplayer for extra value, but at this point, and especially after this news, it would look very bad if they charged full price or even like a $10 upgrade for the PS5 version of The Last of Us Part 2. It will be interesting to follow, and when we know more, I will of course let you know here, so totally subscribe if you are new and want to be up to date on all the next gen news. I have a big PS5 video coming up very soon, so keep it locked for that. Like the video to support the channel, and totally check out my previous video on how the Cyberpunk delay to September has a big impact on other games. For now though, I will speak to you next time, and goodbye.